Coming to the stage next, let's put your hands together for Bearj Jehanian, everybody.
All right, thank you. Yep, my name is Bearj Jehanian. My parents named me that. It wasn't enough that I was born with an inferiority complex and jaundice. They figured, why not go for the trifecta? I got really messed up being named Bearj, especially when my sisters' names are Karen and Donna. It's not even that hard to say. It really isn't, but I've heard it said every single way except Bearj. Beers, Barry, Bert, Bearj, Bearj. And then after I spend 5 minutes teaching them how to pronounce my name, I have the same problem as Dyke. They ask me the same question. That's such a beautiful name. What does it mean? I believe the direct translation is, why the heck can't you pronounce my name? And then when you get to my last name and you add that in, it gets really crazy. Bearj Jehanian? Bearj Jehanian? But the worst was in an envelope that the secretary at work put in my mailbox one day. It was addressed to Bearj Johansson. It's not even the right number of letters. And Blessart sounds more like a made-up Scrabble name. Blessart, B-L-S-A-R-T. Yeah, that's a word. It means to fart and sneeze at the same time. Excuse me, may I borrow a tissue? And could you please direct me to the nearest restroom? I've just Blessarted. My dad, he was just as messed up as me. Yeah, he had the same name. He was really messed up. He had trust issues. Seriously. He never believed the thing that anyone ever told him. It didn't matter what you said to him, he would always repeat it back, but starting with this 3-word phrase. In other words. So I'd mess with him. He'd ask, excuse me, Bearj, when is Jimmy's birthday? Dad, that's in April. In other words, the month after March? No, Pop, it's the month before May. But seriously, I love my dad, and sadly he passed away just 4 months ago. Yeah. In other words, June. My mom, she was crazy. When I was 25, she dragged the entire family off to the Ritz Theater to see a historical film on Armenia. I'm sitting next to my mom in the movie when suddenly a torrid sex scene breaks out. I turned to her and I said, Mom, do you and Dad need to do this every time we go to the movies? I was the middle child between 2 sisters, and it sucks being the only boy. All anyone ever wanted to talk about was who wants to wear what dress and who wants to wear what makeup. And you know, frankly, I just didn't like to share. Yeah, I was the black sheep of the family. They were all super into the culture of being Armenian, and I was just trying to fit in. It really wasn't that bad, but at family functions, I stuck out like a sore thumb. See, Armenian men have one glaring characteristic. They are really hairy. And I don't mean the normal kind of hairy, like when it's all over your back and on your palms. I mean the kind of hairy that gets you shot with a tranquilizer dart when you try to sneak into your neighbor's pool at night. Now, I never had any kids, but as a high school band director, I raised 100 new kids every single year. And for this daunting task, I had a simple 2-step system. Number 1, trick them into thinking that you are smarter than they are. Number 2, lie through your teeth. I'm not kidding, it's the only way to get what you really want. The only problem is eventually they catch on. Like the time I accidentally locked my keys in my running car on the football field in front of the entire band. At that point, I figured I probably needed to start to look for another job. And I wondered, what would I be good at? I'm not very smart, but I am pretty good at lying. Maybe I'll run for Congress. And then I thought, well, with all the brain damage I received with trying to reason with high school students, a job at the DMV might be an option. But then I finally figured it out. I like to talk in front of large crowds, I can bullshit, and I've always felt that everyone else is smarter and better than I am. Why not get paid to tell them? I'll be a motivational speaker. Thank you very much. My name is Bearj Jehanian. Enjoy the rest of the show.